and welcome to Freshly Served Healthy Vegan Recipes in Europe. Tonight, Phil and I have made it to Albania. We've spent the last few days in Greece. We were in Rhodes, which you could have seen last time on the hidden section of our website at healthyveganrecipes.net/Europe. And then we spent a couple days in Athens, and now we are in Saranda, which is in Albania on the coast, the very south tip of Albania, right near the border to Greece. So tonight we are making a stew to use up the rest of the vegetables that we got at the wonderful market we found where we were staying in northern Greece. So I've got eggplant, peppers, tomato, and then over here I've got some cauliflower and some olives. And awesome tip from one of my YouTube viewers who noticed that I was having trouble pitting my olives. They're always a pain. And he suggested to smush it with a knife, and it makes the pit come out really easy. And I thought, okay, sure, I'll try it. So good. Thank you so much for that tip. It made these olives so much easier. Okay, so I've got a nice big pot going on the stove here. And what I'm going to do is make this basically like a stew. So I'm going to heat this up, add some water, and get the vegetables going. If I can figure out which burner I'm using here. Right here. So I'm going to add a bit of water here just to get these veggies started. And then they're going to release some of their own juices, so I don't want to add too much yet. I've got onion, eggplant, and pepper. And I'm going to throw in the cauliflower now as well. So the last place we were in northern Greece was a place called Meteora, which had some really cool monasteries up on these rock formations, and Phil took some video while we were up there. We had a great walk up. We took the walking path rather than taking the bus because we like to do that kind of thing. And Phil called it the Indiana Jones route because it was through the rocks and trees, and it was pretty cool. We came out on a road up that goes between the monasteries, and there are these people from a tour bus that were walking around, and they were looking at us coming out of the bush, and they were like, whoa. It was pretty entertaining. So check out the video from the top of the rocks. So I sprinkled some salt into the vegetables to get them going, and they've been cooking for a few minutes now, and I'm going to add the tomatoes. Now if this looks like a lot, Phil and I finally had the brilliant idea, well, I'll give Phil credit because it was his idea, to make enough for lunch tomorrow as well. For some ridiculous reason we haven't done that yet. So this is going to be dinner and lunch. So I'm going to add more water here because the next thing I'm going to put in here is lentils. We've had quite a bit of trouble finding whole grains down here, and lentils are one thing that are fairly fast cooking and are not white rice. So we're going to do like a lentil stew here. So I'm just going to give these a stir through. Keep in mind when you're putting in the lentils that they do expand, so don't put in too much. And they will need about 25-30 minutes to cook. So what I'm going to do is stir those in. Put the lid back on and leave them to cook. So the lentils are now cooked. They've had about half an hour. I'm going to add some garlic and onion powder. This is from my spice mixes, which are posted on the hidden section of the website. You can go there, find a whole bunch of stuff about us traveling. It's all free, but you have to go to healthyveganrecipes.net/Europe. And then I've got some of my Indian mix as well. Give that a stir, and then it just needs 5 to 10 minutes for the flavors to get really into those lentils.
Try to find a place like that.
Alright, so these flavors have had a chance to soak in here. I'm going to throw in some spinach just to wilt it at the very end. I've also got some fresh parsley that we brought over from Greece and some olives. I'm going to stir this all together just so the grains wilt. Don't want to cook them too much. And you can find the recipe for this meal at healthyveganrecipes.net. And be sure to also check out the footage that Phil's got coming up for you where we're staying tonight. A lovely hostel in Saranda called the Hairy Lemon.
Does anyone want to be on TV? So here we are in Saranda, Albania. We went through Greece quite a bit more quickly than we thought we were going to because we spent more time in Turkey than we were going to, and Albania is much less expensive than Greece. Our hostel here is 3.5 euros each per night instead of like 25 euros in Greece. But also we just wanted to get back on track, and so we have this place in Albania in Saranda. It's a very beautiful view, as you can see. That's actually Greece over there. And the city itself here is a little bit run down. It's kind of in that stage where they're building. They have some nice buildings going up, but they have a bunch of old ones. If I point down here, so it's kind of a junky place. But the countryside around here, like on the bus ride here, was absolutely incredible. So I think we're gonna have fun. And then we're going to work our way up to Montenegro and Croatia over the next couple weeks, so we'll see how it goes.
That was really close,
That was a big. It's so cool. You see the sun and then that.
thunderstorms.
It's like Porphyry never existed.